It's a Dota Weekly Show!
Yay!
Hey guys, you're watching the Dota Weekly Show, a show that tells you exactly what's been happening in the Dota universe for the past week. I'm Luminous, your host for the show, and let's get right into the news. First piece of news, FM Fail Micro has been disqualified due to map hacking. They've been disqualified in some big tournaments, and it's not a fact per se that they actually been map hacking, and I usually dislike covering news piece that's based on rumors, if you will. Again, it's not a complete fact that they've been map hacking. They've just been found guilty of it. There's no like 100% evidence that's being poured out by the tournaments that disqualified them. So I can't really say I believe it totally, but you know, parts of me believe it, and parts of me makes me sad that this day and age we still have professional teams map hacking. I don't know. It's hard to say, but regardless of whether FM has been map hacking or not, it's really a sad thing. It makes the Dota community look worse as a whole, and it's a sad news. So you map hackers out there, don't, because you don't get better as a player, and it makes Dota as a game, as a community, look really bad. I'll let you believe it for what you're worth. On Ghost to Gamer, there's a lot of, everyone's talking about whether they've been map hacking or not. If you want to find out more about that, I suggest you go read it out. It's somewhat interesting, I suppose. Second big piece of news, happier one, is dun 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 dun. Our Ian James Barnett is marrying this Saturday or Sunday, this weekend. He's getting married to his fiancée. They've been together for like 5-6 years. His fiancee's name is Grace. Congratulations, Ian. Ian's really young. Ian, I think is my age. Yeah, he's my age. He's 23 or 22, and he's getting married. So, of course, I myself will be there live casting the event. If you guys can't show up, you're missing out. But here is a short, I suppose, a preview of what the wedding's gonna be casted like. So.
And now we see Grace heading down the mid lane for the endgame finish. Gonna check the item on Ian James Barnett real fast. He does have the wedding ring equipped. It is a very expensive item, but for this situation, it's probably the best item he could get. The situation is looking pretty dire for Ian. He has to hold for 20 more seconds or so before his teammates come back. No, Ian out of position. Got swap, got gank, and there it goes. GG is called. My god, what a finish to an exciting game. All game long, I've been extremely impressed with Grace's play. Just held it out all the way to the end. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to have more endgame analysis done by myself and Nebula. And we're going to have a chance to interview Ian James Barnett.
And of course, if you guys, again, can't make it to the live event, do expect the replay and the commentary will be out on DotaCommentaries.com shortly after. And that should be, and again, Ian, from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. I hope you're back to DC soon, and do enjoy your honeymoon. Okay, so let's move on to strategy. I don't have a mechanic really well researched this time, so I don't want to half-ass the mechanic and get like 20 things wrong. So I'm going to talk about hero strat instead. We're going to talk about Undying. Now, if you watch my commentary on OSI versus M5, and you haven't, you should, there was a support Undying, although he didn't buy any wards or anything, but he... Go watch the commentary. He made the game spectacular, did a lot of stuff that was like not very flashy, but made himself very effective throughout the game. So I was, you know what, let me try that out. So in a couple of in-house games, I tried out support Undying, put him in a tri lane, and see how it worked out splendidly. What I found out in the way that I laned him and the way that we asked our teammate to play him is that he's a very versatile hero. Of course, we max Tombstone every time by 7, but depending what our team needed, he could go Decay or Soul Rip. And to me, he felt like Invoker-ish, in the hero that you could go many different builds and have a huge impact in the game. For example, in one game we had Doombringer and Witch Doctor, so we had a lot of tanking power, we had a lot of healing power. So our Undying didn't really have to go Soul Rip. He put more points in Decay because that was more helpful. The heal in itself wasn't too needed because we already have Voodoo Restoration. Doom was a huge tank, so Soul Rip was not needed, and he was able to get huge decays off and made the game very, very easy. In a different game, Undying itself was the actual tank, so he maxed Soul Rip, or he got many points into it. less points in decay, but still that was very helpful. So in that sense, I want to say that the Undying was a very versatile hero first, and second, I believe he's kind of like a trialing killer. Really, we think like Razor as a trialing killer, but I really think Undying can be a trialing killer. Nowadays, when we see a trialing, we see a lot of nukes like, you know, Magic Missile, Nova. We maybe see an Enchantress gank or whatnot. But if you drop down on Tombstone, there's really nothing that the enemy team could do, especially when you're combining with nukes and slows. You drop the Tombstone and you basically win the team fight. So in both of the games, I will link it on the bottom, and you can check it out. It's very, very short games because Undying was just tearing through the lanes. If we were up against a solo, we push down the lane so very quickly. If you're up against a trialing, we just kill the trialing. So check the replays out in 2 or 3x speed. I feel like A, he's a very versatile hero. I think B, he's a trialing killer hero. Even if he's playing on support, he doesn't need a lot of gold, but he does need the EXP. So you need to be getting kills. You need to be at least giving him some EXP farm, if you will. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the strategy, and now let's move on to the Lumi So Fun challenge, which I have to say, I apologize for the last 2 challenge. I haven't made a commentary of it because it wasn't very interesting. Last week's challenge was a all agility melee challenge, which I thought when I was making the challenge would be very fun. And the replay, I had a lot of submissions that came in this week, but unfortunately, most of the teams that won are pretty much due to the other team sucking in a pub. You know, what do you expect, right? So I didn't really feel the need, or I don't think it would have been fun for you guys to sit through a commentary to see one team really playing badly. So that's my apology for short-sighted into that challenge. So for the future challenge, I'll keep that in mind when I'm making the challenge. So I also no clear winner because everyone either stomped heavily or just didn't complete the challenge. There was no really middle ground between. So I can't really say, hey, this person or this team just won the challenge flat out. So no winner in that challenge. I guess, you know, scratch it away in your memory. This week's challenge should be a little bit more fun, I suppose, and fun for viewers to do it, and fun for me to cast it, and you guys to enjoy it. This week's challenge is an all-random Roshan attempt challenge. Hear me out, hear me out. At the beginning of AP game, and it has to be AP, you have to type dash random. No repicks. You can swap with your friends, but no repicks. All of you 5 dash random, and you have to kill Rosh once in 8 minutes. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Before you go into the Roshan pick, you have to type in all chat, hey guys, we're Roshing. You have to do it. And now I don't want you to be like, when Rosh is 2 HP, you know, from death, you do that all chat. No. Right before you get into the pit, hey guys, we're Roshing. And of course it's random, so there's a whole bunch of luck involved, but I'm actually prepared to see, I want to see some creativity. I want to see some crazy strats. I don't care about winning the game at all. I just want to kill Roshan before 8 minutes. You could go right when the game spawns, game starts if you have good enough heroes. But I want to see, again, you don't care about winning, so item choices, skill choices are all dedicated to the first 8 minutes or Roshan. You have to kill, again, you have to kill 8 minutes, kill Roshan by the 8th minute mark. Don't start at the 8th minute mark. Don't start, you know, by the 8th minute mark tick. You gotta kill Roshan. That's the challenge. And then you guys could all leave and send me the replay if you want to. So, more detail about how to send me the replay in the description box below. And that's it from me. Once again, Ian, congratulations. Hope you're watching this. And until next time, as always, hope you guys enjoyed the Dota Weekly Show. And this is Luminous signing off. See you guys.